Thank you for staying with us. It's time now to take a look at stories making headlines on the front page of Nigeria newspapers. And I will begin with this Nigeria newspaper. The major story here says, National Assembly, it's D-Day. And some riders, Akpabio, Yari, Izunaso set for showdown over Senate presidency. Wike, Makinde, other governors storm Abuja, mobilized for Akpabio. Abbas Kalu most likely to emerge House Speaker Deputy. You find all the details on the front page of this Nigeria newspaper. And to the front page of the Daily Trust. National Assembly inauguration, Akpabio, Yari, Abbas, Wase slug it out today. 4 presiding officers to emerge, 469 lawmakers to vote. Security beefed up. To the front page of the Daily Independent now, still touring the same line with regards to the 10th National Assembly Senate presidency controversy, propaganda, trail endorsement of candidates. Controversy, propaganda, trail endorsement of candidates. You find all the details on the front page of the Daily Independent. To the front page of the Blueprint now, 10th National Assembly inauguration, Titanic as defiant Yari battles favored Akpabio today. Titanic as defiant Yari battles favored Akpabio today. Governors backing anointed ex-Akwa Ibom Governor Makinde Uzodinma. Northern Elders Forum slams Shetima, wants level playing field. And then mischief makers twisted my position on power balancing. The Vice President is reacting there. And to the front page of the Leadership newspaper now, anxiety as 10th National Assembly elects presiding officers today. Akpabio, Yari in last push for Senate presidency. Wase, Jaji, Onoha still in speakership race. Abbas Kalu's support base swells to 290 members. Mike?
All right, I have Business AM here. That's where I'm starting on this side. Emefiele's exit is the focus here. Analysts seek a competitive process for recruitment of next CBN governor. Analysts seek competitive process for recruitment of next CBN governor. That's what the Business AM has. And the next is Nigeria News Direct. Federal government approves interest-free loans for Nigerian students. Federal government approves interest-free loans for Nigerian students. All right, and says a way forward to end tuition fee crisis. NANS Zone D saying this. And the stakeholders advocate complete refund 2 years after NYSC. Okay, that's what News Direct has. And then from there, let's go to the Punch newspaper. The Punch is focusing on the National Assembly here. He says APC anointed candidates, rebels to slug it out. All right, APC anointed candidates, rebels to slug it out. That's the National Assembly leadership it's focusing on there. From the Punch, let's go to the Vanguard newspaper. Inauguration, power show as 10th National Assembly gets underway today. Power show as 10th National Assembly gets underway today. That's what the Vanguard has. And then the Guardian newspaper is next. It says lawmakers edgy in last-minute battle for Senate leadership. Lawmakers edgy in last-minute battle for Senate leadership. That's what the Guardian has. And then from the Guardian, you go to the Nation newspaper. Nation newspaper is saying that consensus Senate President, House Speaker likely today. Consensus Senate President, House Speaker likely today. Lawan Kalu Izunaso endorse Akpabio, and Abbas support base swells. Okay, that's what the Nation newspaper has. And from there, let's go to the Tribune. Tribune says Tinubu signed student loan bill into law. Tinubu signed student loan bill into law. That's what the Tribune has. And then from there, let's go to Business Day, which is the last I'm looking at. Yam, rice, Gary prices surge by 200% under Emefiele. Yam, rice, Gary prices surge by 200% under Emefiele. Veronica?
Mike, we have nothing else to talk about but, the 10th Senate National Assembly inauguration that will be coming up in a matter of hours. The papers have captured it perfectly this morning, talking about anxiety, talking about slugging it out, talking about
being edgy,
talking about everything to describe what it is going to be in a matter of hours. I mean, one would wonder, okay, why there's so much anxiety? Why is there so much? But we have seen leading up to today, the horse trading, the negotiation, the consultations, the lobbying, all of it leading up to this day. And some of the statements made, and that is also generating reactions where we are looking at power balancing, talking about religion. All of this have come to play. But I'm wondering what you see playing out later today.
No, it's going to be very interesting. And if you saw what happened yesterday when Okwoche and Osita Izonaso had to step down, it tells you that these people are having sleepless nights, horse trading and reaching out to each other and negotiating as the case be. So negotiating and consultation is on the go. And just like the Nation newspaper has it this morning, I won't be surprised if there is a common front going into the Senate and even the House of Representatives later this morning.
Of course.
Yeah, there's a likelihood that could happen. So, as it is now, we have the Southern Caucus and the Northern Caucus all meeting at different points. Now, do we have a clear-cut Northern Caucus? No.
Not yet.
Do we? In fact, it doesn't exist. Do we have the clear-cut Southern Caucus?
No.
We don't. So, but the point there is that there are interests that are crisscrossing the entire regions. Now, these crisscrossing interests are going to clash one way or the other. Some will give way. And that is what you saw when Okwoche and Osita Izonaso had to step down. Now, the Northern Elders Forum are also coming up with the issue of
let's have a level playing field.
Let's have a level playing field. Allow senators, allow House of National Assembly members to do their thing. Ideally, we all agree. But however, the point there is, in fact, I understand that they had lambasted the vice president on the issue of religion and all of that. Ideally, we agree with the Northern Elders Forum, ideally. But the point there is that when you give it a cascade, you knock it down to the nitty-gritty of it, there has to be some level of balance. We have not recovered from the impact or the effect of the last election. When a lot of persons voted on so many lines, there has been so many divisions as the case may be. And this is going to be another major election after the February 25th election. So care has to be taken.
And that's what the vice president was saying.
Exactly. So that there's some level playing field to the level where some sensitivities are balanced. And some persons are taken care of, as the interests are taken care of. That is where the APC and the vice president and even the president are coming from. So if you look at it, going into what's going to happen today, they need about 55. For the Senate, they need 55 members as a simple majority on whoever is going to emerge today. So Yari already has his own group. He calls the Senate Democratic Caucus, and they have been meeting seriously. Jim Ibrahim has been so busy.
But there are those who have said that he does not meet up the qualification required by the Senate standing rules.
Anything
talking about Yari.
Can happen. Anything is politics, so anything can happen. Because the point there is that at the end of the day, it boils down to the issue of number. So in that number, if anybody stands up and says, okay, I am no longer here, I am here, then
it knocks off qualification
and all. Changes the whole dynamics. Recall that in Benue State, just about a week ago, they had a situation like that, where two candidates came up, a male and female, and they had both had 15 votes. And then when they went on, the clerk said, okay, go on recess and let's reconvene in 2 hours. And then when they came back in 2 hours, the dynamics changed. It became 17-15. So the point there is that anything can happen. Ikopyi already has his own Senate stability group, and they have been meeting as well. And with the stepping down of Ojus Okalo and Osita Izunaso, of course, he has added credence to, or added some numbers to
for
Akpabio. And at least there's some level of assurance in that regard. So there's going to be a lot of drama. And as it is, we don't know what could happen. But any surprises can also happen.
Even the House of Reps.
Even the House of Reps.
The intrigues. Because we have been speaking with a member of the Joint Task Forum that is a team in the House of Reps to ensure that everybody, they were engaging the various parties, minority parties and all of it to ensure that they have one voice and that everybody comes together. There's some level of sanity with regards to today's inauguration. And they have been speaking, they have been consulting, as the Honorable said. I'm also looking forward to the intrigues that will come out of there. How, if this Joint Task Forum was able to ensure that everybody come to the table, come together to ensure that they follow what the party has agreed on.
Well, the point there is the party has come up with the party made their position known from the get-go. But people, because of the issue of interests, everybody mustn't say, okay, because the party has spoken, so let us move that way. It always doesn't necessarily happen that way.
Because on
especially when there is a situation of micromanaging. Because when you say, okay, let us zone this position to this region, there's the issue of micromanaging it to the geopolitical zone. There's the issue of micromanaging it again to the issue of either the state or even a senatorial district or House of Rep district, as the case may be.
Right.
So all of those may not go down well with a lot of people. And that is why you will see differing opinions here and there regarding this. Now, the dynamics of the reps,
House of Reps
is going to be a little different.
Yes, of course, from the Senate.
You know, because the numbers are more. And then you have more different political parties within the House of Reps than in the Senate.
If you look at the papers this morning on the front page of Leadership, it is saying that Abbas and Kalu, that's Tajudeen Abbas, have gotten their supposed base has increased to about 290 members, which is a lot as it stands now. They have gotten the numbers they require. If nothing changes.
Of course, and anything could change. Now, the point there is, what could lead to anything changing? Now, when these people meet behind the scenes, a lot of conversations go on in there. There could be promises. There could be different kind of interest.
It's a matter of interest.
There could be the issue of, okay, we have bills coming up. You will support me here, I support you there. Whatever the thing is, there are so many joint promises that are made. Sometimes we even hear it is outright cash. It could be.
When there were reports at some point,
of course,
that votes were being sold for about $5,000
exactly.
or $1,000.
In the past, we have seen the role of cash as in monies rolling from one desk to another desk. Behind the scenes, though, not inside the behind the scenes, money is rolling from place to place, from account to account, as the case may be. So the issues of interest are there. Anything can happen because when these people, some persons are still sitting on the fence and waiting to be lobbied or waiting to be wooed into different camps, and those kind of persons. They can change the dynamics the moment they have decided to agree to this side or agree to the other side. So that's what is going to happen today. So it's going to be very interesting. And I want to wait to see all the intrigues as they're going to play out, because sometimes you may not even know what actually transpired until the exercise had taken place. And some of the things we are aware of, we're seeing, so some others, the details of it will be revealed after the emergence of National Assembly leadership. So it's going to be very interesting, and we look forward to it.
Of course, and we hope, like it has been touted even way before now, that what played out in 2015 does not take place at the end of the day, seeing how the party has been trying to manage all of the interests across the board. We saw the president consulting with various groups, even those who are not...
opposition.
Yes, the opposition, actually. And so we hope that they've been able to manage all of the intrigues at the end of the day, and we get to see who our principal officers will be later today. Right.